Joel, we are live, finally.
All right. What's up, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Snapshot Studio proudly presents to you Tag Team Champion of the World. Joel, I'm so pumped up
Go.
for today, man. We've got four special guests. It was not easy, all right, to get them up due to
Yep,
technical issues, jam-packed schedule. But then
definitely.
being the good people we are, we managed to get them on board. Red carpet
Yep,
service. And today we've
yes.
got a couple of agendas. For you guys out there who are watching us live for the very first time, welcome on board. This is the big
Yep.
focus. So whereby this is a brand new section actually, Joel. Right now we have
Mhm.
segmentized this whole show into three different
Yep.
events. So the
Yeah,
first up,
boy.
first one we've got the preview show, or rather the review show, to review
Yep.
whatever happened, all those interesting stuff that actually happened in the previous
hmm
7 days. All right, and also the next one, this is something that really excites me the most, man. You know what it is? It's the tabloid. We'll talk
The
about
tablets.
what's circling around. All right,
Juicy
in the rumor
stuff.
mill,
Juicy stuffs.
juicy stuff. We all love sensationalism in our life. We need that.
Yep.
All right. So that will be the second part. And then the third part of it will be our bread and butter, Joel. The
The
prediction
prediction part.
and the
Oh
review.
boy.
All right.
Tell me about
And
it, bro. I can't wait for it, bro. I can't wait for it. We've got one
right.
Chelsea fan. We've got
We
one
don't
Arsenal fan. We've got
we don't
one Spurs fan.
yep.
What to do? We've got a Arsenal fan and a
Yep.
United fan today. We got to bring this up tonight. It's going to be lit, boy, tonight.
What is there to hate about this show? What is there to hate about it? If you are joining us live again, please chime in with your opinions and thoughts, all right, via the
Yep.
comment section. We will pick them up as soon as we see them. And of course, we will also be joined by Joel, your
Yep.
nemesis, the other blue
Ooh.
half of Manchester. He will come on board. He has a lot of fire, man, in his current magazine. He's keeping the powder dry. He's going to join us later
Oh,
on. But for now, let me start off with one big note, all right, for our fans before we start live. So for you guys out there, ladies, get yourself a man who supports Arsenal. No matter how difficult it gets between you two, he will not cheat on you or step out on you with other girls. On that note,
Ooh.
here we go. Snapshot Studio.
Here we go.
Here we go, baby. This is Snapshot Studio. So I'll play you the quick introduction, and right after that, it's the guest time.
Drop.
All right, Joel. So the first one, you wanna start proper? Let's go on with the first guest. Let's do the introduction. We don't need
All
no
right,
drum roll
fellas.
for this.
This guy, I think let's not go too far. I think he's one of the biggest Chelsea fans they've ever seen. And he's
Yep.
big. He's like me. And yeah, it's Calvinda, baby.
Guys,
Let's
what's
go.
up? Chelsea fan since '94. Represent.
What up,
Represent.
Calvinda?
Yeah, man.
Man, I
Kel,
gotta
how you
say,
doing, man?
I love the
Awesome, bro.
background.
Awesome.
I love the shirt. It's pitch perfect for tonight's show, bro.
Yeah. Feeling much
Sure.
better
And
after
Kel,
1-0 last night.
1-0, of course, you are within your rights, right, to feel right about it. And Kel, you mentioned 94. What happened? Was there a particular match that actually swung you over to the blue half of London, Kel?
Okay, so fun fact, I'm actually in my father-in-law's house, which is a Man U
Uh-huh.
diehard fan. I brought my Chelsea
Oh,
Okay.
massive flag with me, which has gone all over the world. In '94, when everyone was supporting United, remember the good old
Uh-huh.
days? I was a Chelsea
Yep.
fan because of one unknown fella or one random fella, Graham Lasso.
Graham
oh,
Lasso is
Graham
no
Shaw.
unknown, man. Graham
It's
Yeah,
Lasso
an
is
in
no
in
unknown.
unknown.
in the famous, in the star players, right?
Yeah,
Because he wore
yeah.
14 and he just
Okay.
smashed guys left, right, center. Then I was
All
like,
right.
yeah, that's my guy. And then Zola came in, Hasselbank,
Uh-huh.
Flo, Gullit, all those guys, Viali. That just got me pumped up because it's such a different team than what I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing week in, week out. Yeah, we might lose to the smaller teams, but we kind of hammered the big boys here and there. So yeah,
Yeah. And I can definitely attest to that, Kel. Over the course of this season, you guys have
yeah,
actually hammered us, right? Almost
yeah.
twice. We nearly got you at the Stamford Bridge. But Kel, if I were to ask, if there's one player, one particular player in Chelsea that you idolize so much, that's your go-to guy, who will be that particular player, man, in Chelsea?
Drogba, baby.
In Rock.
Mr. Big
Why
Time.
did I even bother asking Joel?
Mr. Big
The
Time.
king of Ivory Coast, man. The king of Ivory Coast.
The
Oh my God.
king of the world,
Mr.
this guy is.
Mr. Arsenal to mental. Mr. Arsenal to better.
Definitely.
Right.
Mr.
All
Wembley.
right,
Mr.
man.
Wembley.
It was an honor having you in this show. Worry. Shall we get
Of
in the
course.
next
Of
guest,
course.
man?
The next one, all right. So I flew him all the way from the Emirates. All right, it's no easy task to get him on board. He's one of the most familiar faces in Singapore when it comes to Arsenal support. This guy, he does not mince his word. All right, and
Yep.
he is ready to go all guns blazing for today. It's our honor, Joel, to present our one and only Alexander
Yep.
Lee. Alex,
What up,
how are you, man?
Alexander?
Hi guys.
How is it doing, man, Alexander? How you
You good?
doing?
You good?
Still surviving.
Still
Still
surviving,
surviving?
bro. Come on, man. I think
And
you can do
Alex,
better than that, Alex.
also,
The air down here
and,
is a bit stale, but I'm getting used to it lah.
and Alex, right now, how's your BP doing, man? Your blood pressure is everything in check right now, especially after the defeat to Tottenham.
I just came back from blood transfusion.
Sorry,
Okay,
say that
that's
again.
great.
Oh,
Recommend
wow.
me that doctor, man. I need to go to the same clinic as well.
Huh?
I think I need that too, man. I think I need that too. Anwar, you need that more, bro. Coming up this week is going to be big for y'all again.
I do. Alex, just text me after this show. I need the same clinic as yours, man. We need to do the blood transfusion together. All right. So we'll get Alex, more of Alex right after this. He's one of our fans' favorite. And then from Alex, Joel, of course, it's only right that we complete this London trio pack, right, with one of our own. None other than it's not your Hurricane. Hurricane is not one of our own, but Noah Chu is one of our own.
Noah!
Noah.
He's got a fresh cut, boy. He's looking slick. He's looking fine like an aged wine. Noah, you look, buddy. You look good, man.
Thanks, man.
You do, man. And Noah, I guess you must be jumping all around right after that moral boosting victory, I guess.
Yep, I guess. Finally, we won against y'all for have we ever won y'all for 2 years? So, yeah.
Okay. Reason to bounce, yeah, Joel. Reason to bounce.
Reason to bounce, reason to smile, reason for a fresh start. No wonder Noah is like this. He's having a late week, guys. He's having a late week.
Alright. And all right, without further ado, again, we've got this is going to be a jam-packed session. All right, it's going to be 90 minutes. That's what we say. Most of the time, we are just paying lip services. Usually, it will actually go on beyond the 90 minutes. All right. So, but then again, hang in tight because this show comes in waves. So the first one, of course, but before we do that, again, just to remind you guys out there who are watching us live for the first time, before you go any further, please do drop a big like, share, and subscribe, especially on through our YouTube channel. Right, so that will go a really, really long way in helping us grow. Again, this is a local content. As much as we want to get everybody inside, we can't cram everybody inside in one little space. But then again, we will try to get as many new fans as we can every week. Right? Well, that's the concept of the show. And this is again the new and revamped, the big focus, of course. Let's go on to the first section first, the review. So what happened in the review, Joel? We will talk about the games, of course. What else? Whatever that actually happened for the past 7 days from the last episode that we had last Wednesday. We will start this time around. We give the honorary role to Mr. Chelsea since '94, since he is the special guest for today, making his debut for us. So, Kel, I'm gonna start with you, Kel. Right now, I think it's best that we start with your defense. Chelsea's erratic defense. All right. And what defense? Yeah, you probably got just fans right now, just fans. All right. And also, just to compound your misery, right, Kel, I've got a little stats that I've actually pulled out. It's quite staggering. It's quite surprising that you guys are on this right now. So let me just pull up the visual so that you guys would have a better look at this. Kel, this is in terms of goals conceded. All right, Liverpool being at the foot of the table, probably this is the only time they are happy to be last. All right, so 27, and then look at where you boys are. You guys are ranked 11th, 49 conceded, and I think surprise, you concede even more than Arsenal and even Spurs. Kel, what do you have to say about it, man? Your defense.
Our defense, well, the whole joke about David Luiz being a Chelsea spy to when to go and crumble Arsenal's defense is not true after all. Yeah, we're looking at the facts. I think our whole look at the game against West Ham. The last goal they conceded. Everybody just went up to Chong. Just went up. They just go and attack. For what? There's only one person running back to chase the guy that scored, and that started, I think, the start of the season when you let someone like Gary Cahill go. And Gary Cahill was performing well for Crystal Palace. You look at his stats, his numbers. He was performing really well for Crystal Palace. We should have kept that experience hit to tell the guys, look, stay back. The Reece James and all those guys, stay back. Don't go. Wait. You pan it out. It started from there, and then you put in the Sheffield United game. Complete calamity. Everybody doesn't know what's going on. It's like an off day. And this isn't the Chelsea that everyone knows, right? Everyone's famous for the 1-0 to the Chelsea, park the bus, Chelsea, and all that stuff. But it's been horrible, and the fingers are being pointed at Alonso, the most popular go-to guy to get bashes, Alonso. But you got to look at Zuma, you got to look at Christensen. Even Rudiger, to a certain extent, he might be our best centre back in a way, but it doesn't seem to be adding up. And then on top of that, the whole Kepa situation.
Yep.
Is Kepa
He's not
really
healthy.
that good? Some people saying the goals that have gone in should have been saved. So there's a lot of issues going on with that. And then now with like every other week we have a new goalkeeper being linked to us now. So it doesn't create that certainty in that defense that Chelsea was so formidable with the Terry, Cahill, Carvalho days, and even moving beyond that when Aspilicueta was playing in centre back. So there's a lot of Lampard's stop fixing the front, fix the back first. That's what I think.
And
Definitely,
interestingly,
Michael, definitely.
and Joe, I know you got a question for Kel, but let me just go first. All right, you speak a lot about the defense, all right, and the organization of it. Where does the rot start or stop, rather, Kel? Does it stop with Lampard, or are the players just being overly squeezed? This is probably the best you can actually get from that back line.
I think you see, look at the back line. You got on your right back. He's young. He's a young English boy trying to prove his worth, trying to go. And there'll be comparisons with him and Alexander, the guy in Liverpool, right? So he might be trying to push his name out there. Then you got someone like Aspilicueta, didn't have the best first half of the season, trying to put himself back there, and Zuma as well. So there's a lot of competition where I feel they really try too hard, and Lampard himself doesn't know what his best centre backs are. He doesn't know who to start at times, who the left back, right back. So that's always been a bit of issue. And then you put in the fact that Conte hasn't played much. And Conte is not up to speed. So there's a lot of, and Chelsea's base always starts from the CDM, where Conte comes, cleans up the mess. He saved us multiple times in the league without people knowing it. So it's there, and I think Lampard can only get the best out of them so much. So we need an experienced head. We need someone to tell the boys, calm down, play the game, take your time, don't rush. We'll get this out sooner or later. Right now, they just seem to be going, and when they get smashed, they're just stunned. They can't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's always happening like that. That defense gives you the best championship victories, man. Kel, if you were given a chance at this current time, I mean, what is the one thing that you want to change in the Chelsea defense, though?
I mean, get a proper centre back. Get a centre back that is a defensive. Yeah, everyone's saying Koulibaly, or they gonna. To me, if you could go and get someone like even Marquinhos from PSG, you get someone like him, 26, Brazilian, good Brazilian core within the Chelsea squad with Kennedy and Willian and all these guys. You can start building from there. Don't take someone that's a high profile, 90 million or whatever they're gonna spend on a centre back and create the pressure from the start. Anybody that's come to Chelsea on massive pressure hasn't delivered at all. That's the truth. From our Torres to Shevchenko to even the midfielders that we brought in, right? It's always been Kessman, there's one, all these guys. It's always gone downhill. So get a defender that you can get for 20, 30 million, slot that proper defender, a no-nonsense, clear the ball kind of defender, and you kind of start getting that organization, that shape there as well. And to move one back, maybe the keeper as well.
Wow.
A much more experienced head.
So sticking with the keeper, right, Kel, again, that's really an interesting point. I feel like I find that whole Kepa situation really intriguing for me personally, because he came in with such a big price tag. Again, he came from the same institution as David De Gea. Came in big price tag. Right now, he is still, as he stands right now, he is still the most. I think he is the most expensive goalkeeper right now. Interestingly as well, Kel, last week we had two Chelsea fans, all right, and they echoed the same sentiment as yours. They want a change in goalkeeper. What is it about Kepa that is not convincing enough?
I think you look back, no one has ever gotten past that whole Sarri incident at the League Cup final, right? It leaves a bitter taste. But then, and that started his whole, every small mistake is criticized to the hills. But you don't see him asserting himself with the defense. He doesn't get pissed at them. He doesn't get upset with them. Czech, Courtois, even old keeper De Hoy, when the defense messed up, they would get a tongue lashing. I don't care whether you're John Terry or whoever you are, you're going to get a tongue lashing. Maybe he's young. Maybe I'm not. Maybe he might come from the De Gea Institute, and I get that. But you don't have that commanding presence, and you feel like every shot that comes in, he might get beat. It just feels that way at times.
All right, fair enough. Alex, from the outside looking in, right? Not that we have a record to boast for, all All right, but then again, we are in the same predicament. So maybe a word of advice for Kel perhaps will go a really long way. But Alex, I'm looking at Chelsea right now. This is really unbecoming. It's almost uncharacteristic that they have been actually, again conceding goals after goals, and especially when if you look right what happened at Sheffield United 3-0. Again, it does not come from for a surprise, especially this season. Again, like I mentioned, I think the key is right now from the outside looking in. What do you make of Chelsea defense right now, Alex? Although it must be said that they are having a wonderful season right now, and Lampard is rightly so punching above his weight.
I have not been noticing the stats in terms of Chelsea defense. In fact, it's only today that I realized that actually they concede more than Arsenal. Because as an Arsenal fan, I mean, in my mind, which defense can be worse than Arsenal? So I actually got a shock, But then again, I think it has been masked. I mean, Chelsea deficiency has been masked by the fact that they're winning games. They're still comfortably in the top 4, top 3. You get what I mean? You can't win every game. You can't win every game. They're freak result whereby they lost 3-0 to Sheffield United. But if I'm not wrong, I don't think they concede many goals due to individual mistakes or error, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, it doesn't really matter right now. Even if if it's just a collective effort or no, again, if it's an error committed by an individual, I think at the end of the day, right, the stat still counts for something. And again, this is a worrying trend. Like I mentioned, I think Kel actually rightly mentioned he opened up a can of worms there. You can start from the center and then you can go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Again, the same issue that is being faced by Arsenal is also being faced by our West London neighbor. I don't know, man. This is where again you mentioned that the whole entire defense issue has been masked nicely because of the result they have been achieving. But then again, it's also interesting that I want to hear from Noah for this. All right, Alex. For Noah, for a while, you can jump on this as well. So Noah, you, in terms of defense, again, not something that you can be proud of as well. But if there's any trophy that you can take back home this season, you defended better than Chelsea. Again, as an outsider looking at Chelsea right now in terms of their defending, is it a surprise or this is again without the stats that I've just presented? Would you have noticed that their defense has been extraordinarily leaky this season?
I kind of expected it because of how they played again. Okay, the first game when they played Zuma Christensen in the first game of the season, like versus Manchester United, I really felt that this Zuma and Christensen pairing looks very dubious to me. Because I don't feel in Everton when I see Zuma play, I think he hasn't really he stand out a bit, but not as much. But in Christensen, he hasn't played one season. I think he hasn't played a lot for that season. So that's where I got very peculiar about whether their defense is going to be rock solid with the two of them. But it seems like Zuma and Christensen is a recipe for disaster, I feel. Because the way how they defend, I think Christensen, I just don't really like Christensen.
Okay, all right.
Definitely.
We hear you.
But, but the interesting rumor of the day is Jose Mourinho seems like he wants to buy Zuma.
Yeah, man.
2 thumbs up over here.
if Zuma needs a leave, all right, I have my car ready, set, warm up, all right, I can actually bring him over because I'm afraid that Zuma will land in the wrong part of London, all right. I'm afraid that he will land up at the Emirates instead. You know that always happens when it comes to Chelsea and Arsenal.
No lah, only if it's free lah.
If it's free.
Only if it's free, Arsenal will take one.
I'm going to agree with what Kelvin was saying, but I think Lampard doesn't know what his best centre back is. But I think looking at his front, his midfield, his strikers, I think he knows what his team like. But if you were to look at Arsenal, bro, do you think Arteta actually knows what is his starting strong lineup is?
Wow, dude, you know that kind of question requires a really high IQ level to actually answer because that is more than rocket science. I would love to answer you in all the nitty gritty details, but we just might hold on to our horses for a bit because we see that our comment section they have been flooded in with a couple of comments. So let's pick them up, Joe. Right, let's see who we have right now. We've got Reese 17. First of all, hi Reese. Yes, thank you for chiming in, man. Hope you're doing well. And then we've got Haikal Ismail as well. Y'all. And then we got Kalis Marzuki. Hi, sir. I like Chelsea FC. Hi, sir. I don't really like Chelsea FC. Surprise, surprise. And then we've got another one as well. Reese, again, we have been loyal still for 30 years. Doesn't make sense that, or rather, doesn't that make us the most loyal of the lot? Maybe you are. Maybe you are. And then Chelsea since 94, hashtag respect. We've got another one as well. That was from. And then we've got another. Oh, I've got a secret admirer, Joe. I
Oh,
love you, Anwari.
my brother, yes. Somebody tell, I love you, Anwari.
The ring says it all, man. The ring says it all.
My man, I want to know who this person is, bro.
I would love to know him as well. I hope my wife is not watching this. But Mohammed, what's the name of the Chelsea fan there, Mr. DJ
All
Khalid?
right,
You know,
Mr.
Kelvin.
DJ.
What's up, Mo?
It's me, Mo, your platoon mate. Wow, you guys go a long way back, I guess.
Yeah, why not? Fantastic.
And he's a Liverpool fan, judging
He's a
from
diehard Liverpool fan. He's a diehard
Nice.
Liverpool fan.
I think, okay, safe to say, 10 years ago, that wouldn't be his display picture.
Yep.
No, but now
No.
is a good right now is a good time to actually have that kind of display picture if you're a Liverpool fan. 10 years ago, nah, not happening. And then we got again Calvin Mazruki. He's definitely a Chelsea fan, I guess. Kepa sucks. I think it's really hard to disagree right now. Maguire is a proper centre back. Any
Oh my
takers?
goodness. Oh,
Any
come on,
takers?
man.
We'll get to you.
We will come back to this, but
We
not
will.
today. All right.
We will. And also Joe, right? I think judging from the internet, he has a brand new nickname for himself. I think the United fan is calling him Harry Beckenbauer.
Oh my goodness. Worry, can I just get off the show, bro?
You know, man. Misery loves company, so you gotta keep me company throughout the 90 minutes, man. Dude, I don't know how you spell this, but I guess I'm gonna butcher this, man. Win Smiley happened to Kepa, and then Mutu striker. Alamak, how come
Oh
Mutu
yes.
striker?
Mutu, Adrian Mutu. I think you're
Yeah,
speaking
Adrian
Adrian
Mutu, yeah.
Adrian Mutu, yeah.
Definitely, Adrian Mutu, man. Mark Osaka, hey Mark, again he's chiming in. He came in from last week. Give Kepa one more season. Spanish goalkeeper needs time to adapt to the EPL. And then, having said that as well, I think still in the same vein, in terms of the topic of Kepa, we've got Elvin Matias. Hi, Elvin. Nick Pope, great shout.
What's up, Elvin?
And also Kepa, not matured enough, young-blooded. He needs to learn from Casillas, from his class, right? And then Pope single-handedly stopped Liverpool from a win, and yeah, and the rest. Why am I getting a lot of Liverpool fans?
Liverpool. Yeah, boy, yeah.
Oh, God. All right, and then Kel, a question for you, mate. You
Yep.
got to address this. Kel, should Lampard engage JT as part of his coaching panel? Wow, that's a good question. Never
That's a
thought of
good
that. Aston Villa
Okay.
looks like rubber stamp for the relegation, for the drop.
Yeah.
And if that happens, should JT come back as probably a defensive coach, perhaps?
So I think there's been rumored that JT is lined up for a job in the championship. I'm not sure with which team currently, but to answer that question, if you look at the game against Aston Villa when Chelsea scored, you look at John Terry, you could see he was about to celebrate.
He was
Then he looked
hesitant.
at his shirt and realized I'm an Aston Villa assistant coach. I just stopped it. Yeah, I think if you have John Terry back, yeah, it'll be good. Fantastic. Get a guy who knows defending 101, who throws his body on the line, right? It's no harm. It makes perfect sense. And Lampard, Terry, that whole relationship will just get all the young bloods, Mason Mount, Gilmore, all these guys up and running even better than ever. So yeah, definitely, if you can get JT, why not?
Good shot. And also still on Chelsea as well. This is Yem. Yem is one of our favorite United guy. Yem, I
Yes,
hope you're doing
agree.
fine as well. All right. Tomori looks like a decent player for
Yep.
Chelsea though.
Yep.
Your thoughts on Tomori? Is he right now ripe enough for the step up?
I mean, no harm, right? We've looked at our defense right now. What's the worst you could? You're putting Zuma, and just to go back on that Zuma thing, Zuma played for Everton, and if you ask yourself, would any Champions League team put Zuma in their starting 11? No, right? So that's the answer right there. So Tomori is a decent player, just he doesn't get the minutes in. Maybe Lampard might take a risk and put him in for the coming game in Liverpool. Who knows? He's fast, so it might help. Yeah.
And Harry Gamza is another young gun, a big Chelsea supporter, supported Chelsea since 2004, up the Chelsea. That's
Fantastic.
directed you. And then we've got Tristan Lowe. I've never seen Tristan though. Tristan, hi, if this is your first time, do visit us on our YouTube channel. Drop us a like and subscribe as well. 72 million. Wonder why the media aren't talking about how he has flopped. Look, I think flop is such a strong statement, Joe.
Yeah,
Right?
it's very much a strong statement. I mean, he's not really a flop, man. He just needs time to adapt in. And he just needs time. Like any other player, it's not easy to come to EPL, guys, and to really play all out and to do something like anybody do. Alison Becker, he did it rightly. I mean, I think he's got a good coach, but I think the players just got to trust Lampard. And I think flop is a huge word, man. Come on, things are
Yeah, it
happening.
is.
Yeah, and Joe, again, if you just retract your memories quite a bit, for DDG, David De Gea, one of your own, man. When he came in, he there was a massive task for him to fill in the boots of Edwin van der Sar.
Yeah,
He came in, the media was on his back like a plague, and they didn't let go of him. All right, they were criticizing every single mistake of his was again overly magnified. And then look where he is right now. He's back to the
I think his worst game when he started was against Man City. He had the most worst performance ever, and the media really slashed him. They wanted him to be out of United, but hey, Ferguson kept faith in him, and today he is to what he is. Kepa just needs some time, man. He is a good goalkeeper, so I know Chelsea has lots of money, no doubt, but then getting another keeper, I think that's going to derail Kepa even more down.
Yeah, Cal, you about to say something, man?
I mean,
just to close this off.
no, I mean, I agree with the whole De Gea thing, but the big difference with De Gea and Kepa now is Ferguson protected De Gea. Ferguson came in and stepped in. The whole United team stepped in. With Kepa, it seems to be a very big disconnect, where Lampard doesn't come in and like praise him or have his back, which are very unlike Lampard. If you've seen how the other players have been, so that's why I think maybe the whole disconnect starts from there. And Lampard maybe has no issues offloading him. There could be things we don't know about as well, right? So I'm not saying that he sucks or he's a flop. He's just not a good enough keeper for a club like Chelsea and what we want to get ambition-wise as well. So yeah.
72 million and not good enough. My oh my. Reminds me a bit of Nicolas Pepe, right? Alex?
Let's not go there, my friend.
Let's not go there.
and then okay, this is just enough for us. All right, enough room for us to segue to get our guest, another one, Alex, to actually chime in. Lionel Ong actually asked, Arsenal, are they ready for us tonight? Liverpool, Alex.
The butter is ready. Apply on the ass already. All ready, man. Give us all the I think there'll be an upset tonight.
Okay, there'll be an upset tonight.
I didn't see
wait. You gotta hold on. When Alex says something, right, you gotta hold on. Let him finish first.
Did
Alex,
I really heard that?
Okay, I think there'll be an upset tonight. I think we'll only lose 2-0.
Perfect. I knew it.
Right,
that's my Alex. That's
Usually
my Alex.
we'll lose 5-0, 4-0, 6-0, 5-1, but today will be an upset. We'll only lose 2-0. We'll prove everyone wrong.
There you go. The state of us right now. We are happy with a 2-0 loss. and then Jacob, wow, the first time I'm seeing you chiming in live, man. Hope you're doing good. Jacob, as you can see from his own profile pic, a big Liverpool fan himself. Again, Kel, another question directed at you. Why do you guys even still have Giroud?
He's good.
He's good.
He's the most underrated striker in the Premier League. You can ask any Arsenal fan; they will chime in.
Yeah,
100% agree.
Yeah, man.
100%.
Enough said. Tristan Lowe again. Chelsea need to look away from Havertz and sort their defense out. It's like getting a Ferrari with a Honda engine. Lampard is definitely the manager to bring Chelsea forward, though. Good point, Tristan. You mentioned Havertz. All right, just stay on, man. During this, again, we've got the second segment of it, which is tabloid. We're gonna touch about Havertz, man. All right, and then should get Pope, honestly, local led, as well as Kepa too. Let me see what else that's worth mentioning. What Kel says on point, Fergie protects DDG, but Kepa looks very, very weak. Feels Lam won't back him too much. And then a realistic Arsenal fan respect. Look, you got a respect badge, man. Put it on. You got a respect badge. And then why is Arsenal still playing Mustafi?
They don't have any other players to play.
I think at this point in time, I think this is fast becoming a bit of a mockery. Right. So let's go on. We've moved past. We've settled Chelsea. But then again, just a cheeky question for you, Kel. All right. We talk a lot again in a lengthy fashion about Chelsea defense and who to get rid of and who to get. But do you think, I don't know how pantang you are, how superstitious you are, but this kid, man, 3.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to chime in before you say something, man. Ever since this jersey came out, you guys have been either scoring 3 goals or conceding 3 goals. What was it, man?
So I hope. I mean, I can't defend myself, but I hope the Norwich game yesterday was the start of 3 clean sheets.
All
You
right.
can
which we
you can
will
make
need moving forward to the end of the season. Is nice. So hopefully, yeah, I love the kit though still. So yeah,
you do. Okay,
yeah,
all right. This is a
I
bit
think
of
that's
an unpopular opinion.
Yep.
yeah.
I hope you guys go on a trot of winning, though. So that's a wrap for Chelsea, though, Anwari.
It's
But
a
I
wrap.
can't wait to get started on the
Let's
North
get
London derby,
the
baby.
North London derby. And before we do that, right, Joe, let's again just pick up one last one. The 3-0 curse. Yeah, that's it. The 3-0 curse. And I think that's why I actually pull up the banner, or rather the poster that I've created. It is actually the curse of three. If you
Yep.
see this on our Instagram, it is the curse of three. All right. But then again, according to Kel, I think the jersey looks magnificent for him, at least in his book. But then again, that's enough of Chelsea. Let's move on to the next one. All right.
The big
Let's
one.
the big one for last week. Not so big if you're an Arsenal fan, of course. This is it. North London Mayor. All right, he's done it again. And then, of course, to actually just compound our little misery, calamity Arsenal. Let's start
Yep.
off first. Let's start with Spurs, perhaps. All right, since they are the victor. So let's start with Noah. Noah, 2-1 victory. What do you make about the whole entire match, man?
I felt that we played better than the last few games we have been playing. Like more attacking, like we had a more attacking intent. I think what actually stood out the most was how we actually played fast football. Like finally we are playing more attacking football than the previous games where we were watching where yeah we played very high defensive line where came play like a certain defensive mid and something like that. And then it kind of frustrates me like at times like for the last few games, but I think this game uh it it frustrates me a little bit, but
Mhm.
I'm fine with it because a victory is a victory. 3 points in the bag. We needed these 3 points for Europe. So yeah, here we go.
I mean,
Right.
Noah. So, Mari, I'm going to say this. Noah, I've been under Mourinho, where he is managing United, man. You are turning out to be a Mourinho fan. You know what? That's what Mourinho does. 3 points is all we need, despite anything. We play dirty, whatever we do, 3 point it is. Calvin, I think you'll agree with me in this, man. Whatever we do, 3 points is in the bag. You're turning out to be like that, man.
Yeah,
Is that a
man.
really worrying point, my friend? I mean, it's really 3 points is enough, rather than a display worth watching, like an attacking football or well passed football, rather than boring football. And you come out and say, "Hey, I've got 3 points in the bag. I'm done for the day."
Yeah. To be honest, I think the way we play is not our style of how we play. I think Ben Davies speak out on how we played in how we the differences between how Poch played and how Mourinho played. Poch played very high pressing football and then more attacking here and with a bit of defensive acumen. But I think what Mourinho does is he's trying to win games with a defensive like try to win games and win games with trophies also.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
right. Cool. And then just sticking on that point, it's good that you actually brought up that point. This is actually by one of your. I don't know if you would ever consider him a legend, all right. But then again, this came from Jamie O'Hara, right? Of course, some of you would remember him. So right now he's always with Talk Sport. So he mentioned, I know when Mourinho was announced, all right, as your manager, he was jumping on the street. He says like this signals the end of our trophyless drought. We are going to win some silverware. But then again, all right, after watching your ball won, I think you won against Everton. That was on the 7th of July, 1-0 by an own goal. And then you went on to actually register 0 shots on target against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
All right. It was a drab 0-0 draw. He said
Dreadful
this.
draw.
In fact, yeah, I was a big fan when Mourinho came in, and it was like, right, we are going to win a trophy, and I'm all for it, and let's just win a trophy. It doesn't matter how we do it. But actually, now I'm sat here thinking I've lost all excitement of watching Spurs. He also did actually pull in a little bit of comparison with Poch. Even though we had a bit of poor start to the season, there was a bit of unrest in the dressing room. I still love watching them. What do you have to say about this, man, Noah?
Yes, I think it's very evident for many fans out here. I think whatever we are playing right now is very defensive, very boring football that is kind of boring and makes fans sleep. But to be honest, I think this is how we are going to play for under Moa because what right now we really need trophies to actually prove ourselves we we are actually able to do it,
Mhm.
and we need talent. We need players that to be attracted for trophies. Because look, other clubs like United, Chelsea, Arsenal. Arsenal, if even they never won any trophy, they still can attract good players like Pepe. I think Pepe, yes, he might not be as good like right now, but you give him one season, I think he's gonna be brilliant, man. Like Lacazette, Aubameyang, you're attracted the big guns, while we attracted like Lo Celso. I think like yes, we wanted to get Bruno, but what happened? Like
Okay,
yes,
no problem.
so
We hear you, man. We hear you. You know, you Bruno. But then again, all right, this is where I would just want to jump in, all right, onto Alexander. Alex, again, not literally jump onto you, but then again, staying with the North London derby, we started off again nervy. I think that kind of set the tone when Luis actually, again, he was completely calamitous that day, and so was the rest of our defenders. But then again, right after that, we dominated possession without really threatening Spurs that much, and then boom, a rocket out of nothing. But then again,
Yeah.
instead of just shutting shop, just calm the nerves down, we suddenly heard the Christmas carol playing in the Spurs stadium and say, hey, this is not right. We shouldn't neglect our Spurs fan. We shouldn't neglect our neighbors. Let's be merry, let's be festive. Let's give them a goal so to make it even 1-1. And that was what happened. And right after that, we didn't do like we are going to score the next goal. Although it must be said, we had a couple of chances with Aubameyang hitting the post, but then again, the sucker punch came in again. Another goal from set piece. Alex, where do we go from here, man?
When you play against Arsenal, you know that you always have a chance because of our defense. So the match we actually played quite decent. We have the bulk of the possession, but the fact is because we are not clinical. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how well we are playing as long as we are not two goals up. Okay, the opposition will always have a chance to equalize. Okay, and then I mean, in fact, if you ask me, that is a classic Mourinho performance. That's a classic Mourinho performance because go all out for the win. And if you would ask me about Arsenal before Wenger joined us, okay, Arsenal is well known for this, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal, of course.
Well, we are built, and our success is built on a foundation of a sound defense, of tough traditional hard men like Tony Adams, Steve Bow, Martin Keown, and at the point of who's complaining, man. I mean, we are winning matches, we are winning titles. You get what I mean? So the foundation has to be correct, which is the defense. And I mean, just now you guys asked, what's wrong with Spurs? Your football is boring. But let me challenge you guys today. If you go to your respective fans page website to do a poll, beautiful football and winning football, choose one. What do you think will be the majority that fans will choose? Winning football.
No, great point.
To me, to us, beautiful football is a bonus, but you have to win the match first. Every match, every team will have their limitation. I mean, that's just North London derby, player by player. I think Arsenal had the better player than, to me, I feel better than Spurs. And Mourinho know the limitation. They are happy to let us have the possession. They're happy to let us play. But you're playing Arsenal. They always give you a chance. and the joker of the day, we gave one away.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, I think we have to fix the problem, Arsenal, which is defense.
I think what you say, Alex, is this very one point that you made.
Thank you so much, Alex.
I think Arsenal did play very well in that North London derby. I mean, honestly speaking, I watched the game. I actually felt Arsenal played really, really well. I think that was David Luiz's best games. Have to say it. He played really well together with Xhaka. Alex, I just want to ask you this. If there's one thing that you would want to change, because right now, there isn't the identity of Arsenal where, they play the passing football. I think I've rarely seen Arsenal really, they can pass the ball in the 6-yard box with a bliss. But these days, I see long balls coming in, broken passes here and there. If there's one play that you think that Arsenal could do it, what do you think you want to change in the Arsenal team?
So before I answer your question, can I negotiate with you now? Instead of one thing, can you give me 10 things to change? One not enough. One is not enough.
Oh dear. Come on, brother.
Okay, I mean, this season alone we have three coach, Unai Emery, Freddie
Yep.
Ljungberg, and Mikel Arteta. But we are still equally shit. We are still equally shit. I think at the end of the day, the quality of the players are not there. And if you look at Mikel Arteta, you know, as Arsenal fans, we can really see what he's trying to do.
Yep,
And
agree.
we can see the improvement that he has made. Okay, but today, if you give Lewis Hamilton a Proton Saga, do you think he can win a race?
Depends on the engine, bro.
Depends on the engine, brother.
Depends on the engine.
It's always the rider.
But there's only so much you can do. Mikel Arteta is a good coach, but he's not a magician.
Yeah, no, agree.
So he can only do what he can do. Okay, I mean, just now, one of the fans asked a question, why are we still playing Mustafi?
Mm-hmm. Can you please
I mean,
answer? Can you please answer that?
Mustafi, who else do we have? Mustafa. Nobody else. that exactly answer the question. We have nobody else. I mean,
Alex, I'm just hearing the name Mustafa makes me shudder, man. I really hope we don't get Mustafa because he sounds like he's the version 2.0 of Mustafi. So let's keep Mustafa away. But then, Kel, all right, again, you from the outside looking inside, all right. I don't know whether you caught the North London derby in full.
I did. Yep.
You did, all right. And what's your sentiment, man, when you look at these two teams right now, who are usually deemed as your closest rival, all right, at least geographically.
Yeah.
But then again, from a neutral perspective, what do you make of Arsenal and both Spurs right now?
Arsenal is just like, I agree with Alex 110%. They just, you know, Arsenal used to be the most feared rival of any Chelsea fan. Truthfully speaking, going to Highbury was the scariest game of the season because we don't know how we're going to end up. 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Henry will come and just slaughter us. But over the years, they seem to love. I agree with that steel that they had at the back and that flair, that arrogance that Arsenal was quite famous for with Henry and how they would celebrate and score goals and passing and all that stuff. That seemed to win array somehow. Right, and then you bring in players who just don't fit the bill yet for it. And it's very unlike Arsenal to have issues on the field, off the field as well, with the whole Granit Saga thing and David Luiz and why they're giving them contract extensions and all of that. So it's a very different Arsenal than the one I knew and I feared at a point in time. But no complaints from the Chelsea side, right? If Arsenal's going to stay this way for a while, we will. But it's just the rebound because they got really good young players. So that's the part that we have to not overlook. They got good young attacking players that with speed and guile, they could slaughter any defense.
So, and what do you make of Spurs then right now? A team in transition, of course.
Spurs, honestly, they've got the, I don't know. I just feel they don't have the best version of Mourinho. Why I say that, and I'll back it up with some things. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's go, man.
Mourinho at Inter Milan, great with Diego Molito, great with Eto'o, build that bond, fought all the way, won Champions League. It started I believe at Real Madrid.
Yeah,
went to Real Madrid, fought with Ramos, bench Casillas, all that stuff, sold Raul and everything, right?
Yeah.
And then he went to United. Had issues with Luke Shaw. Had Luke Shaw, Pogba. And then he comes to Spurs, and within less than 6 months, he's got one player out the door, willing to leave.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's changed that whole format, and he's not been the Mourinho that is charismatic on the mic. That could take the attention away from the players and put it on him, and he will find his way to work his magic. That's one. And he seems to be, he's lost that management touch, which was very familiar at Chelsea. He had everybody on his WhatsApp and would text them and stuff like that, right? So that somehow seems to be lost. And then when it comes to tactics, you're playing guys like Jurgen Klopp, Guardiola, even Arteta. The formations, that's the whole how they play. It's fast attacking, pacey football. Mourinho might be 1 or 2 steps back. But with Mourinho and his mind and how it works, if he gets it right, and with attacking players like Son, Kane, Lucas Moura, right, Berwin, you got a good, strong Spurs attacking squad. It's just how he turns on that counter-attacking button, make it a bit more quicker with them. He might have his redemption story with Spurs. We never know, because there's nothing much wrong with Spurs. It's just what do we do next with the ball when the ball comes to our feet, that kind of thing. If you compare it to Arsenal, who you feel sorry for them in a way as well, right? Because they iron sharpens iron, and not having that fierce competition with Arsenal fans kind of makes the derby lose its touch in a bit. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's my take, and I'm just watch out for Spurs. Give them another season and a half. They
Definitely, man.
might be turning the screws in. Yeah.
Nice one, Kel. And again, Joel, just speaking again on the agenda of Mourinho. I think a lot of comments actually come in again in defense
Let's
of
take that.
Mourinho. All right, let's start with one. Tristan Lowe mentioned Mourinho is a winner regardless. Doesn't give a damn on how you play. 3 points is 3 points. You're damn right about it as well. And then again, also he made this point. Jose receives too much hate as manager. But I think he's one of his biggest characteristic or attributes. Like Kel rightly mentioned, he absorbs the attention.
Yep.
Take it away,
He
deviate
takes
all
the
the
heat
attention,
into himself
negative energy
rather than the team
away
gets
from
it.
the player onto him. But then again, also again in that same, he does. Yeah, but in that same breath as well, this is also me being ultimately contradictory, right, with my point. Right now, I believe that he no longer has the metal to handle the pressure.
Yeah.
I think when his second homecoming, or rather with Chelsea, right, of course, they actually brought you guys, Kel, I think a Premier League title.
Yep.
But then again, everything went south. He went to United. He thought that was his dream job, but that
He
United
went
job
down.
actually absolutely destroyed him to the ground.
Yep.
Especially his relationship with the media, right, wasn't the
Was
best one
bad.
at all.
Yeah.
And every single time, when he suffers a defeat, the knife will always be out for him. And they know that this guy is again ultimately reactionary. You'll get something
Yep.
of Jose, no matter what. But then again, the best version of Jose, I believe, and this is something I spoke to Noah again in person as well. I always told him that the best of Jose was the first Chelsea, the Inter
Yep.
Milan.
Inter
He
Milan.
lost.
Porto.
He absolutely lost the plot when he went to Madrid. The whole pressure of handling the biggest club in the world, the most glamorous club in the world, just reared its ugly head. And then you saw the bad side of Mourinho, because Mourinho usually, will create this siege mentality. It's us
Yep.
against the world. And you get the players on board of
Yep.
his bus. But this time around, you got a couple of just leftists. You usually have, like you mentioned, Pogba, Luke Shaw, and now Ndombele,
Yep.
right? Noah. Again, you always see him throw, in the old popular cliche, throwing players under the bus.
Yep.
And it's that same bus that he used actually to park in front of the goal. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Stadium is not going to give you exciting football. Hey. And then Mark Hosagai, Jose brings trophies. Spurs actually need to fill up the trophy cabinet, don't they? All right, and then Daryl. Hi, Daryl. Thanks for watching, man. Daryl, hope you're good. Spurs in transition right now after 5.5 years of Pochettino is the Jose plan right now. We just lack a John Terry-esque figure. Oh, this is Chelsea. His passion, leadership, and is actually unquestionable. Yeah, agree.
Yep.
And then O'Hara legend. Nope. Oh, dude, it's really hard to pick up a legend. Man. It's really hard to pick up
David
a legend.
Ginola. The player, David Ginola.
Right, nobody wants, wow, sensationalism. Woo! Off the rack. Nobody wants JT back in Chelsea. Because lately
This will be the start of the tabloids, brother. What a way to start this juicy way.
It's just the Liverpool fans stirring it up. Liverpool fans.
Pochettino
My
on the
God.
front foot. Jose tries to stop the opener first before trying to win the game. Yeah. Ndombele and also class players lah. And then his most boring football that has won him titles. Of course, he had that open checkbook. All right. And then let's see if there's anything worth picking up as well. Tristan, as a fan, more football is so horrible to watch. You can only appreciate it from a tactical point of view. All right. And then Hugo denied Aubameyang. George Lam. Alexander Lee looking like George Lam. Bring on the Guinness.
Oh. Oh, we need the Guinness now, man.
Yup, spiritual and winning football. And then so
Agree,
on the next
agree.
one. Arsenal versus Spurs was totally similar to Barcelona versus Inter UEFA Champions League final. And then let me see if there's anything else. Alamak, Jose is like the PP. Okay, moving on.
Next.
Moving
Mr.
on.
Daryl is
moving
getting
on.
hyped up.
That's Jose till talented, so basically he hasn't evolved. Look, just close this. Joel, you had the first-hand experience, all right, when it comes to Jose Mourinho's project
Yep.
experiment. Let's close this up, man. When it comes to Jose Mourinho and especially his winning antics and what he's producing right now at Spurs, where do you see them heading towards, man?
Oof, you got me off guard, man. Well, okay, let's just put it to a different aspect. I think I saw a comment that says that Mourinho doesn't play beautiful football and it's better to watch it from a tactical point of view, yes, Mourinho is a tactical genius. He can get tactical really, really right with the right players. At the point of time, checkbook was open for him. Faisal said that he could get the players that he wanted in that position, in that tactics that he wanted. He's not definitely going to get it in Tottenham. Daniel Levy is definitely going to say, no, I'm not going to give you 100 million to spend on a centre back. Never. But I have faith in Mourinho, bro. He will do things the unthinkable way. He's able to do things in a way that nobody would have imagined.
Okay.
I mean, many of us thought that Arsenal is going to win. Many of us thought it's going to be a draw game. Out of nowhere, he popped up a tactical change and that went in. So I think just give Tottenham, like what Kelvin said, another couple of seasons. They might probably win a League Cup and FA Cup. And then from there, that may be something start from there to go.
All right. That's not a sight to actually behold, right, Alex? Right. And then next one. Before we quickly, I know you are itching to get to the tabloid section. All right, but just hold on for a bit. We got just two more to tackle. All right, the first one, Arsenal, the circus. All right, Alex, this is where you come in big. Again, with our defending, or the lack of it, in fact. So again, it has been a pertinent issue. You know, we as fans, we are no football experts. All right, we are armchair pundits. We can see the rod, we can identify the issue, but what is actually stopping us and the board to rectify those issues?
Seriously, it beats me, man. I often have this conversation with you, you know, and Arsenal tends to do a lot of things that we fans cannot comprehend, and this defense deficiency that you have, it's not for the past 1-2 years. It has been around for quite a while already. For quite a while already, and if you were to ask me, one of the big reasons why Arsenal has not been doing well for the past, I would say, 10 over years is because we have never fixed our defensive issue. Our defensive issue. I mean, I take for example last season. I mean, Arsenal is like a house that's leaking. The defense
definitely.
leaking, right? But instead of going fixing that leakage, you can spend money on a full leather sofa called Pepe, and go and buy a plaster called David Luiz and plaster the hole. And this is what you get. And this is exactly what you get. Arsenal is a classic example of football not being just about scoring goals. It's naive to say that, you know, as long as we score one more than the opponent, then we are a good team and we can fuck care the defense. No, it doesn't work that way. A sound defense is a foundation of every good winning team. And this is where we have. I don't understand why we have been neglecting this.
I think Alex, go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Finish it.
No, I mean, and there's one thing very consistent about Arsenal is, I mean, we just make collectively, individually, we just make mistakes on a very consistent basis.
I think, Alex, maybe what if Arteta was he was just trying to splurge the cash on Nick Pepe, try to get the player in first, get an attacking player to boost up the attack, then maybe slowly from there he might get the defense in. Because, I mean, looking at his roster, I mean, he has the likes of David Luiz, he has Mustafi, there's a few other good centre backs. On paper, those defenders are really good. So do you think that maybe he's still trying to explore with all these defenders in?
Ever since he switched to 3 at the back, for the past 3 to 4 games, we can really see that there's a marked improvement because I mean, but we all feel that that's not the formation that he really want to play. Of course, but because of our apparent weakness at the back, he have no choice. He have to have 3 at the back with David Luiz in the middle. In the middle. So I mean, the fortunate thing is we are just left with 3 more games left, and after that we have to give Arteta, you know, time to really, hopefully he can get the support of the club to bring the players in.
And that perfectly answers Joe, the question from Faisal Jabbar. He asked Anwar and Alex, Arsenal be playing Wenger's beautiful football for a very long time. Are the fans, more of the owners, willing to give Arteta time? And Alex has just actually answered that question of yours, Faisal. And for me personally, as an Arsenal fan myself, look, I think whatever Arteta have actually done for Arsenal is remarkable. We can finally see a pattern of play that was sorely missing. an absence from the Unai Emery's reign. With Unai Emery, it was absolutely a free fall. It was freestyle. We don't know what kind of formation, we don't know what kind of
Yeah,
play
definitely.
that he will actually adopt for that particular match. But then again, with Arteta, there is again a marked improvement. There is an established pattern of play. And just one thing on the NLD, right, the North London Derby, Noah, before I actually close this off, I remember vividly the last time we lost to you all at the lane, right? We lost 2-0, and that was a comprehensive victory. You guys absolutely smashed us from minute 1 to minute 90. And when I went off that match, I told myself, I think, man, we are really, really a distant away from this lot, man. It looked like we are not catching them up in the next 5 years. But when I saw this NLD, of course, there are a couple of factors, underlying factors that you can actually play into consideration. But looking at the current Spurs that we've played against Mourinho, all right, the previous game, I told myself, I'm disgusted by the performance. All right, let's not get it twisted. I'm absolutely heartbroken about it. You don't want to lose to any team, more so your arch enemies, all right, Tottenham Hotspur. But if there's one positive I can take away, again, this is my personal belief. I feel that we are now not far away from Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are,
Let's go,
and
sir.
yeah, and again, he has been said that when you guys were under Pochettino, I saw no light at the end of the tunnel. It looks so bleak for us, and I was again. I have come to I've come to terms with it. I told myself that we are not catching them up anytime soon until Poch actually leaves Spurs, and he did. And now I think the gap is just closing up. That's about
Definitely.
me as an Arsenal fan.
Warrior, let's just close it up with just one question. Kelvinder,
Yep.
someone that's away from Arsenal, Spurs, I think there's one common question, there's one common topic that all of us can actually relate to. I think we saw this comment, time. Time is really, really valuable. Chelsea has Frank Lampard, United has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Arsenal has Mikel Arteta. 3 former players back at their beloved clubs. Time. Owners, they don't have it. Fans, we might not have it. Kelvinder, do you think these managers should be given ample time and not just 1-2 seasons, but should be able to be given 3 to 4 seasons?
I think you look at the pandemic, clubs are saving money. Arsenal is getting players to take pay cuts, right? They're re-signing people like Suarez, who hasn't played for a whole season but he gets a new contract extension, right? So money comes in where they don't want to fire someone and end up like Chelsea paid what 19 some crazy absurd money to Conte to get him off our books, right? So I don't think clubs have no choice but to give them time. But then you look at United; they have a history of giving managers time. Even someone like David Moyes was given ample time. Lampard is chosen by Abramovich in a way, right? By Maria, so he'll be given time. And Arsenal, who else can identify the spirit of Arsenal more than Arteta? So I think when it comes to giving time, I think like it or not, managers, the clubs want to admit it, they have no choice but to give them time because they're not going to waste 8 million, 9 million, whatever it is to fire someone and then bring someone in for another 15 million contract or how crazy amount for managers. It's not going to happen. So we are going to see the same managers, I believe, for the top 6 for the next season and a half at best.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Kel. Don't worry. Let's go, Bobby.
Let's go, man. And this brings us nicely to the next section, right? But just before we do that, all right, Joe. I'm not gonna leave you alone, man. All right, you are still on the hook. This one, Man United's nervy end. You
They're
guys
not running away.
really bottled it. All right. The equation was simple: win that one, and you are in the perfect contention to actually finish third. In fact, for the Champions League spot. Now with the whole saga of the ban being lifted, so now it's well documented that only the top 4, the traditional top 4, will actually qualify for Champions League. You had the chance, you blew it. All right. Now you are traveling to Crystal Palace. Joe, just going to end it with you, man. Like, how confident are you when it comes to United just finishing beyond the line? And also, right now, for the past 7 years, you guys have again this recurring pattern of bottling it.
Yep, I think, to be honest, if you would ask me, my confidence is about 50-50. We have been always faltering towards the end of the season, and I don't know why that's happening. The focus is not there, the confidence is not there, things are just not looking good. Players are playing themselves, and I can see players are bloody hell dancing in the dressing room. For what? I mean, did you win something? I don't get it. Daniel James, what were you dancing for, bro? I still don't get it. I mean, it still baffles me that we are still dancing in the dressing room after a bloody win that only says what? We went unbeaten for 14-15. Hey, Arsenal went unbeaten for 49 games. They did not dance in the dressing room even once, bro.
Yeah.
So if you were to ask me a confidence level, nope. I'm starting to lose confidence, not on Ole, but on the team. I mean, they really have to step up. I'm starting to think. I mean, is Europe really a focus of challenge for us? I mean, yes, in terms of monetary wise, it really helps us. But in terms of playing wise, do we really need Europe? I mean, we could just focus on domestic. But then again, you don't know. Then again, this goal was just. I mean, I expected it. It was coming in, but hey, it was Maguire marking one Bissaka, and it has to be Lindelof. It had to be Maguire and Lindelof. Each time Maguire and Lindelof. Oh God, man!
I think he was fighting for his dancing partner.
Yeah, boy.
And this is where the term comes in, right? Own self check, own self. You know, he was marking his own player. There you go. All right. And then I think the perfect song or the perfect anthem for this will be John Bojovi. All right, shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give defending a bad name.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got to keep it going.
On that note,
hopefully things happen in Crystal Palace. But yeah, let's move on, bro.
Okay. So let's go on to the next one. All right.
Yep.
So we've got this one, couple of comments coming in. This is by Lionel Ong. OGS for the next 10 years. Of course, a tinge of sarcasm there.
I don't think sarcasm.
He's a Liverpool fan. He's a Liverpool fan.
It's okay, I'll keep it. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
And our good buddy, they are happy with fifth. All right, enough of United. Let's move on to our favorite part. All right. So this one, Joe, you want to talk about this new section of ours?
Oh, this is where we get juicy. This is where we get really interesting. This is where we just pull up news from everywhere. It could be transfer. It could be even John Terry trying to sleep with someone else. It could be anything. But yeah, let's check out the first development.
All right, let's go with the first. All right, just give me a sec. Right now, it seems like there is a bit of a technical issue. I don't know if you guys are facing this as well. This is what happened, man, when you're on a live show. Right?
Yeah.
Shit happens.
I think we're losing Anwari, yeah? Noah, you okay? Noah, you can hear me?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, man. I think we just lost Anwari for a while, but it's okay. We'll get the first tablet. I mean, dude, you guys love juicy transfer news. All right. So let's talk about the first transfer that's going to happen. All right. I just saw Oblak to Chelsea. I mean, Kelvin, can you answer this? Do you really want to switch Oblak over Kepa?
Well, I mean, on paper and in games, Oblak is the more established keeper. Truth be told, he is a Champions League worthy keeper. He's a championship winning keeper. He's got that mentality from Atletico Madrid. Definitely better than Kepa. Will he bid into the whole Chelsea system? Not 100% sure. Why I say that? Because it's all based on players, right? If you look at our past keepers, it's all been Courtois come in when there was Hazard, when there was Lukaku, when De Bruyne was still there, in a way, this whole bonding of players. So he might come in as the only Slovak there in the team looking around confused, right? So truthfully, if we had the option, get someone like Henderson, get someone like even James Butland, put him in reserve. So what? He's not a bad. You just need someone to give Kepa more competition. That's about it. But Oblak for 100 million euros, I think that's what I read. No, I don't think we need another high expensive keeper getting the stress from day one.
I mean, what is 100 million to you guys, man? I mean, all money flowing in. It's really good, man. I mean, to think of it, I think we should still give Kepa some time. Bringing in another goalkeeper, and then we're gonna have the same episode as Sega again. It's really gonna go back. Yeah. I'm worried we're back, man.
Yeah, man. Okay, sorry for that. My internet isn't the best today. I don't know why. It got really bad after the North London derby. Internet completely upset. So right now, RIP FFP was the biggest trending hashtag on Twitter right now, and we got the perfect guy all right, to actually lay everything down for us. He is Mr. Benjamin Benji, the Man City guy. How are you doing, Benji? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for
What
having
up,
me.
Benji? What up?
Right, Benji. So right now you are the special guest for this tabloid section. All right, let's and what a better way for us to start this with breaking news. Manchester City have actually won their appeal against a 2 years ban, and then my God, the whole internet broke down.
It blew
Oh,
off. It really blew.
because, again, there are
But finally, it happened though.
yeah. So we got a
Was
multitude
bound
of
to
ways
happen.
of looking at it. All right, we got a couple of stories, really hot, juicy stories to talk about it. But before we actually just dive into those, I want to hear your point, man. When the announcement was being made, was it a surprise or did you see it coming all this time?
I think it's a sigh of relief than anything. I mean, as a city, as a no, as I think as I can speak for as a football fan. I think it's good that we got a verdict coming out. I think it was slated to be later on too. I believe. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So we finally got this out, and I didn't expect a ban, to be honest. So I was quite hopeful. As a City fan, I felt quite hopeful.
Okay, and let me see. I think one of the bigger story as well that actually really caught the internet's attention. All right, these three fellas
Yeah,
here.
of
All right,
course.
they got into a bit of you poke me here, I poke you back. All right, I think let me give you a quote that actually was churned out. All right, let's start off with first one, Jurgen. He mentioned that overturning Manchester City's European ban is not a good day for football. Maybe you want to address that first, Benji?
But having said that, yes, I'll do address that. Not a good sight for the football fraternity, but it's actually they were actually on our sides in the sense that even Jose said it's a disgrace. I mean, not exact
Yep.
words, but it's basically a disgrace. I think Klopp also, even what is this? Mikel Arteta also was saying, is on our side saying that it's just it shouldn't have been in the first place. So I think that I was glad to see that on our side. So
Okay. All right. Noah, Mourinho, your man, he chimed in. I said that the situation is a complete disaster. Again, I just want to hear your thoughts, man. Again, with this FFP, this is not the first time, all right, that a rich club have actually escaped the gallows. The first one, if you guys can remember, it happened to actually a certain PSG. They escaped as well. And lo and behold, now you've got another Arab family, another Arab consortium. They escaped lightly. But the issue, I think, one thing that really, really caught me with the Mourinho's point that he made, he says
Yep.
that it's a complete disgrace. But then again, if they are not again guilty, why are they still being punished with a 10 million fee? What do you have to say about it?
I agree with him. I think why would you pay 10 million when you are not innocent? Like that's my whole point. Like I think this whole ban issue, right? I think that totally like upsetted kind of a few fans uh because this whole situation, right, is
Mhm.
it's going to be like a PSG situation. Like I actually expected this type of PSG situation that I think remember PSG where they didn't have a ban, they had to pay me
Yep.
a few million. But
Yep.
now when it comes to Man City, I think I expected this to happen because this is the same Arab they are from the Arabs bought their club, and then
Yep.
I don't expect I really expect this to happen because no choice really no choice is
Okay.
I think really no
It's,
choice
it's mind-boggling. It's completely mind-boggling, right, Joe? And
yeah
then Joe, one of your guy, right, Gary Neville, he was playing Oracle, man, Nostradamus. He actually mentioned this way before the verdict. He said that he has zero hope, right,
Yeah.
in UEFA to actually lay down the verdict for Man City. And then again, lo and behold, the result was just a minimum 10 million, which is absolutely pocket change for Man City.
Yeah,
Alex,
man.
you've watched football for the longest time, Alex. Right now, this whole FFP saga is a complete debacle, man. Like, where do you come in? Like, when it comes to FFP, they mentioned that they are there, right, to protect the interest of the club. They also came up with the stats. All right, since their introduction, they have actually overturned a 10 million loss from all the clubs to a 500 million profit. All right, somewhere along those lines. I can't really give you a specific figure. But where do you stand when it comes to FFP and protecting the interests of the lesser clubs?
if you can recall last time when Arsene Wenger is in charge of is in Arsenal, he has always been preaching about spending within your means, preaching about FFP, and after that, there's a lot of talk about FFP. Then after a while, if you realize, the talk about FFP just sort of diminished. Then when this Man City ban thing comes along, I thought that it's quite a serious thing, and I read about it. Apparently they are doing some intelligent thingy behind it to mask their books. And personally, I was confident that the ban will be upheld. I was very confident that the ban will be upheld, and I got a shock of my life when I read it. It has been overturned. And imagine if Arsenal was to get fifth, and because of that, cannot go to the Champions League, I will go to Corning Park and protest.
That is one place that's meant to be protested.
Yeah,
but this whole thing just tell us that it cannot be taken seriously. It cannot be taken seriously. I mean, you like what Noel mentioned just now. I mean, your ban is overturned, but yet you fine me. So does it mean that I'm guilty or am I not guilty?
Okay, so whether you are guilty or whether you're not, I want to hear it from Kel. Kel, I want to hear your inputs when it comes to the FFP. Again, you guys were in the mix of this.
Yes.
But then again, of course, the body was not UEFA back then, right? And then the transfer ban and stuff. Again, where do you come in? From which angle or perspective, or do you actually look at this whole, like I mentioned, a debacle? Where do you stand?
UEFA has been trying ways and means to make the European football fair play, even out the field. It's not going to happen. It's football. It's not. You won't have an even playing field. You won't have that kind of stuff, right? What I think this whole, if you really believe that City were going to get banned a year from the Champions League, you must be dreaming. City have 110, 120 million fans worldwide, apparently. Right, that's money for UEFA to get television views, jersey stuff, things like that. It's built upon that. It's all a whole money game. So this whole FFP, and if you look at the FFP as a whole, two big clubs were Paris Saint-Germain and City, but the rest of them were clubs in the Russian league, the Romanian league. The smaller guys are getting hit, so it kind of devalues your whole purpose of an FFP from the start, right? And it's going to happen again with Newcastle. If Newcastle gets the whole buyout sorted out, right? And the money that comes in, where clubs are desperate for cash for players, you might see that happening again. So to me, this whole FFP is just another one of Platini and his former goons and all these guys that step in trying to do something what they thought was good. But you see, you're doing something on an economic scale with a football mindset. It's not going to work. It's not going to gel. So it's going to be broken for a very long time.
All right.
Definitely, man. Definitely. All right. I think we gotta give some space to Benji. He needs to chime in. He needs to reason himself. Benji, I just got this for you, man. I think one point in time, AC Milan was actually in trouble due to FFP, and they actually got banned from playing the Champions League. So with that actually we've spoken that. All right, 10 million paying that and getting to play in Champions League. Benji, my question to you is, how do you, from a City point of view, reason yourself and say, hey, we did not just pay 10 million to get into Champions League, but we actually do deserve the Champions League, be it without paying 10 million as well?
Okay, before we clarify any, we'll answer those questions. I just want to read a statement when FFP was first introduced back in 2011, 2012. Let me just quote. It's a short paragraph. If a club's owner injects money into the club through a sponsorship deal with a company to which he is related, if a sponsor accounts for more than 30% of the club's revenues, UEFA competent bodies will investigate and, if necessary, adapt the calculations of the break-even result for the sponsorship revenues to that level which is appropriate. Fair value according to market prices. Therefore, there's no definition of what exactly would breach the rules, meaning UEFA handle each breach case by case. Okay? So, see, this is really dicey and grey, and there's a lot of things. It's really grey, and this has been since 2011, 2012.
Yep.
Okay, this is when. So when I want to go deep dive further, a lot of leaks, I would say, which I believe, and even Pep has agreed. I strongly believe a long while ago, but Pep came out today and saying, those people responsible should then come out and apologize, which I believe. This publication, I believe, by the German press, the Spiegel. I think that's one of the biggest ones that has came out and saying has leaked out all these false accusations. I believe those are the ones that should be mostly held accountable for, and we should now investigate. Now that we have been cleared, we should now investigate them instead of being investigated. And slowly, but now we have cleared the Champions League path for us. The financial issue, I believe that should be cleared fully. Yes, I know money is not a big deal, but that's not the point. Okay, I spoke with An off air before. Be it $10 or $10 million, there should not be a ban in the first place. If you want a ban, there should be a ban on a proper case basis, not just because there is a ban and we want to ban you because that's like a consolidation prize, for you.
Yeah. And taking from the spot that you left just now, all right, Guardiola actually rightly mentioned, so the sentence from the 3 independent judges was clear, but if they want, they know my telephone number, they can call me and can explain. And that was, of course, directed to Mourinho and also Klopp, because they came in quite hard, right, against this whole FFP issue. But then looking at the comments, man, Joe, it is absolutely vile down here. It's an absolute carnage.
Yeah, but I can't.
Everybody is taking their knife out, the machetes out.
Yeah,
it
was like Benji was talking so intensely. The comment section was firing up, bro. We gotta pick something up from there.
We have to, right? Let's go with this. Mark Hasakai, why you talk about us when the topic is about you? Does United stay rent-free in your head? Benji, come on, defend your turf, man. Defend your turf.
I mean, United they can say whatever they want. I mean, to be honest, they've been our biggest brothers for the longest time, right? So we have shown our grounds now recently of late.
Yep.
So we have to prove it on the pitch, and I believe, of course, the topics rightly for the longest time has been on United. So we have proven our worth. So we let the football talk rather than words.
Okay, and then just before we actually just sail past this whole FFP issue, because the thing right now, Joel, if you were to continue, we might need another episode, man. A whole episode on
I
FFP.
don't think so. We'll be ending at 11, bro. We probably ended at 12, man.
All right, so Benji
just lights up the whole event.
Benji, another one for you, man. Another one for you. Chelsea got punished for FFP, but why not City? Do you have any answers for that?
So I can just recap. What was Chelsea's penalty? What's the fine? What's the fine?
You want to jump in and just enlighten our dear City fan here?
Yeah, so it was more to do with us poaching youth players and buying young players. Paying example was Traore from Lyon, where we paid his mom and dad a certain sum for him to sign a contract with Chelsea when he reached that age.
Refresh me. Were you cleared from that?
No, we were given a year ban. But just to go a bit, if you think about it, this City paying the 10 million is not a good PR image for City as a whole.
Of course. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But from the get-go, I was not agreeable with this ban in the first place because this was more a financial ban than like a financial breach rather than a player misconduct. That's the difference there.
So the whole thing of the world of football, the eyes of football fans, and it's how I see it. Chelsea, we paid the crime. 1 year without buying a player. We had to bring in youth players. In that way, I've seen fans who used to despise Chelsea kind of turn around and go, actually, your team's good. They're bringing young blood, brooding him in. There's a bit more empathy towards Chelsea, right? Now, if you read the press and the comments that you're seeing here, 10 million is nothing for City. They got away scot-free. They didn't pay the crime. So, in the PR sense, in the eyes of the football fan, it's not a good look.
True, but if you're not guilty, 10 million is still not good enough for us because unless you're saying we have done something wrong, then okay, fine. But if it's nothing, then and don't forget there's one time we did so-called failed FFP rules back in 2014, whereby we were handed a fine and we had to name 21 players in the Champions League squad.
No, I agree, but the fact is, if you're not guilty, why do you pay a fine?
Yeah,
that's the big question mark, right?
Okay. So that leads to the question. So we got this Champions League out of the issue. Now we as a team or club will then fully digest this whole statement and this announcement, and then the legal advisors will then kind of I guess this is a secondary phase. We will definitely. I think this is not. We're not done with it fully. You know.
Okay.
I believe City will and with their legal advisors will review this whole CAS kind of implications and will address what needs to be done on that. I don't believe. I'm not in favor of the fine. I don't take it down lightly too with that.
Okay. Joe.
Well said, man. I mean, worry. I mean,
Wow.
Regardless, I mean, it's intense. This is one of the best shows we've ever had. I think in a long time. Super intense.
Joel, sorry to cut you, man. If Parliament ever needs any prime example of how a good debate should be conducted, they should be watching this show. Man.
This. Yeah, boy, they need to do this. No one is sleeping, no one is off track, everything is good. We warm the cockles of your heart, man.
All right, and then
I mean, Benji, I think I've got to say this to you, bro. Yes, United City, we have a long lost love, long lost rivalry, big time. All right, but I've got to say this to you. Regardless of the money that's been paid for FFP, we cannot take the shadows out of City from the way they have been playing over the years. They have been playing fantastic football, beautiful football.
It's not about the results too. It's a style of play. That's the what.
Yes, the style of play, the culture is just really so crisp that I think over the years people have forget about City having this FFP. People are just annoyed. You know why? Because I think the likes of Tottenham, Spurs, United, Wolves, Chelsea, Arsenal, we are all fighting for that top four, man. So if there's one team that can be deducted off, we are in it. But nonetheless, FFP is just an utter disgrace, man.
All right. So let's catch our breath, guys. Let's catch our breath. All right. Again, just read up a couple of comments. They're coming thick and fast. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't pick every comment up. All right. But this one, Golden Nugget, Tristan Lowe. Imagine thinking all judges are honest. Go watch Jeffrey Epstein, man, on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, man. That is one show. Oh, my God. Guys, if anyone wants to watch a show, that is the show to watch.
That's the show, yeah. And also Camille, Wham Bam. And skipping past my comments, which again, hello, Noah, directed at you. Why are you involved in this discussion? Noah, all right, again, Noah, for your sake, let me just answer this on your behalf. Spurs, Levy will never, ever get entangled in this whole FFP issue.
Never.
All right. This is a long one. I think, Joe, we need to read this out. Unfortunately, FFP is too weak. The majority of the club that got hit by any bans could be paid off by monetary compensation, etc. City and PSG. The whole point of the FFP is to lay fair grounds for all clubs in accordance to their finances. The club's revenue was to be rolled back into the club's youth, stadium development, or transfers. Great point, man. Great point. Thank you so much, Kamrul Zaman. How do you talk about equal playing field when the rich clubs are snapping players like it's on a blue light special sale at Walmart? All right, no, I see so many Twitter fans post this when they want to add up an argument. Wait, what's this? Man's wife aided him in sexual abuse of more than 400 women, still walks free. Still on Jeffrey. Still on Jeffrey. Tristan, after this, let's do a bit of our own YouTube channel. All right, let's movie critique. We can do that. And then Mark Hosaga, you get my respect if you know what City did wrong but got slapped with a small fine and then pay 10 million UEFA admin investigation. That's what you do for the banks, man. They call it the stamp fee. You got to pay stamp fee. 10 million, that's a stamp fee.
Hey, they pay themselves.
I've got nothing to argue because at the end of the day, the decision shows that they are innocent. No matter how much I argue to being biased United fan, wow, will not agree. I'd rather rest my kill. Zul, Zaba, are you a City fan? Zul, if you are, give us a thumbs up. That would be great. Because Benji, for the longest time, he has been looking for a mating partner, a City mating partner.
Hey, I got my.
You do. All right. All right. So let's go on, man. Let's go on. Benji, you can stay where you are. Don't worry, we will accept you. We don't discriminate over here in this channel. All right. Let's go on with a couple of sensational stories that we have to actually bring up as well. The next one. Let me just remove the comment again so that you have a better visual for this. Manchester United are prepared to meet Borussia's Dortmund asking price for 109 million for Jadon Sancho.
Wow.
I mean, it's only right that we get Joel to chime in, right? Joel, let's go, man. Quickly. Is it still needed? After what happened to Harry Beckenbauer?
All right, man. I think let's just say that everybody is speaking of Greenwood, the comparisons to Robin Van Persie, comparing him to the form of Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, is that really needed? Do we really need the kind of comparisons? That boy is 18 years old. He's got long years to go. Whether or not he's going to be performing week in, week out, I don't think so. We saw that against Southampton. I didn't see Greenwood. He was nowhere to be found. So
Right.
my point is, getting Sancho for 109 million, that is a bit too much. We should actually lower it down. I don't think so. He's worth 109 million, man. Look at we got Depay at the point of time. We thought he was good. He came in. He wore the number 7. He flopped. I'm not going to talk about Alexis Sanchez. He's out of the window. And Di Maria came in. Yeah, I mean, Sanchez came in to play the piano. And are we really going to do the same thing with Sancho? Comes in, wears the number 7, wasting our money. I mean, I'd rather invest in a youth player from our academy. Or if they really feel that Sancho is a need, then yeah, lower the price. I think he's not 100. He's probably like 60 or 70, man. Come on.
All right, great stuff. Next one, Alex. I know you've been waiting for the longest time. Right now, you are itching. You're raring to go. Mikel Arteta says Arsenal will try to emulate Liverpool our way with our resources. That's what he said. Yeah, that's the current model. That's the way to go right now, to actually emulate whatever that Liverpool is doing right now. But the thing is, right now, again, this is often discussed between the two of us. All right, what Liverpool has in abundance is support, especially from FSG. That is something that we can never vouch for. But do you think right now, with the statement that's been made by Arteta, also, again, you also have to remember that Kroenke just recently cleared all his debt. So right now, we are a debt-free asset. Is this the right move? Are we looking at a brand new dawn for us now?
I think if I'm Kroenke, or I will my pride will be hit, because we are currently 9. I think likely we will end mid-table, and it's under my ownership that I brought a once great club to a mid-table status. So if I still have any sense of pride, I will definitely have to do something about it. I'll definitely have to do something about it, and it has been proven. I think it has been proven that there is really no shortcut to it. And Arteta really made a very, very strong statement. He mentioned that if we don't do anything, we will fall further behind, because our rivals will continue to strengthen.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, as an Arsenal fan, we all hope that this season will be. I mean, okay, you talk about last season. No one expect us to get a Nicolas Pepe.
Yep.
But it's it shows something. So we hope that this season, really the owners will wake up the idea and really give us the funds needed to properly strengthen the team. And very importantly, not just strengthen the team, let Arteta get the players that he wants, not what the club wants. Yeah.
Agree. So Magista 11, all right. Hope you're doing good, man, over there. The Magista 11 actually said that Arsenal will be Arsenal when Kroenke is around. Hurts to say this. No, I completely agree, man. Nothing hurtful about it. We should be numb and indifferent about it right now. And then the next one I want to move on. Again, for our Spurs counterpart there, Noah, your manager, he's bullish. He's absolutely bullish for his chance. Right? Tottenham will win trophies before I leave. But of course, he did not go. Again, he did not elaborate or expand on that statement. Was it the Audi Cup that he was referring to?
I think so lah. I Audi Cup champions we never sing that lah.
But what do you make of that, man? How confident are you as a Spurs fan? Again, this is completely. This is being said in full conviction. Mourinho, he usually will deliver at least one silverware. When he said this statement, when he actually made this statement, how confident are you, man? Do you actually chime in with your managers as well?
Every manager that come in, I always think they will win trophies. But look what happened lah. Like, the hope kills you more. I think we all know this, but I'm not going to be confident about him winning trophies in my club. I'll be honest. Yes, he wins trophies in every club, but let's be honest here. If he doesn't get the right players, if the players doesn't want to cooperate with him, I think no way, man. We are not going to win any trophy in the next season. But I'm going to back my manager. I'm really going to back my manager till the end, and I feel that he should be given a chance. I know some Spurs fans are already wanting Jose out. I'll be very frank, but this is the problem. We need to trust him. It's only 6 months. I think it's only 6 months. 6 months to 7 months. We need to give him time. We need to give him time to adapt and get the right players he wants. Yeah.
Right.
So
Man, Joe, a Spurs guy, passionate cry, man. Passionate defense of his own manager. That's well needed. Delvin J mentioned Mourinho being Mourinho again. Watch him back for respect again.
Yo, what up, Delvin? A shout out to you, my
three
friend.
man,
All right, let's go on. Let's go on to the next one. Let's occupy our dear guest Kel here. Kel, the rewards of Chelsea's 90 million our transfer move
Worry,
far
did you
outweigh
just saw
the
that?
risk.
The moment it came,
I
I'm
did,
sorry
man.
to cut you, bro. I mean,
That's-
the moment you put up, you saw his face, he just.
Kodak moment, man. Kodak moment. Right, Kel, shaking of it. It seems like you don't actually agree with this line of thought.
No, it makes complete nonsense at all,
Nonsense.
because you look at the amount of players Chelsea have out on loan.
Yeah.
Midfielders, most of them are midfielders, I would say, right? And they come back, we're gonna have a pack full of midfield that I think we can play what, three of them for different three for the next 2 months, I think, in every game. It's not gonna work, right? So take that. Not saying he's not a bad player. Kai Havertz is a good player in the Bundesliga, right? With Leverkusen, good player, fair enough. But I think Lampard will step back now and go, look, if Jorginho is not moving, if Victor Moses is coming back, all these guys are coming back, or even Kennedy on loan, that funny name, is coming back as well. Van Ginkel is there in the squad as well. We sold Pulisic to Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
right? And he scored a hat trick recently. So
He's
yeah,
turning it up.
so I think we need to just not spend money on midfield and attackers. We've got Ziyech, we've got Werner. Good, settle that already. Now move back. Give this what's his name, Willian, a new contract. Sort the defense out. Put that money into buying a few solid defenders,
And Kel,
but not Chilwell.
all right, cool. Not Chilwell, but Kel. Watch Chelsea get FFP when buying all these players. Lol. Any chance of this happening, Kel?
Nope.
Over here, Kel? Nope.
No,
Right.
no, definitely not. With Maria in the book, she's quite stingy with the money. So yeah.
That's conviction enough. All right, let's go on. Benjay, I'm gonna fill you up. Not again with another CT story. You have been crucified, man. Everybody wants your head on top of a stick. But but let's go on to the next one. This is quite interesting. Jurgen Klopp stands firm with his plan to finish with Liverpool when his deal ends in 2024, as he hints at Germany return. In 5 years, the world can look very different again. Maybe now it's time for total domination then, after 2024. Benji for Man City?
Yeah, I mean, I've always known that Klopp will want to go back to Germany to in the national scene. So gives him around 2 to 3 seasons here. There was even rumors that he wanted to go back end of this season after winning a title. So they could still be a force. It just depends on who they have having him around next once he leaves. And I think he will want to, given that's home ground and when the time is right for him, especially like World Cup's coming too. I think that's very important for him to be coaching for a World Cup.
Okay.
So I thought dominance. Maybe there'll be big ones too, like likes of Newcastle we talked about in the past. I think those will come in. City, yes. United, hopefully.
Yep.
So then all the big names as well will come in. So it gives I think a better playing field.
Okay.
Across.
All right.
Definitely, man, Benji. Thanks, man. Alex, I just want to get your thoughts in this, man. If Klopp were to leave at 2024, I mean, if Steven Gerrard, if Stevie G is the one that is going to be named as the manager, would you think that would be a wise choice?
I belong to the conservative, where I believe that usually, I mean, it being a coach of a team like Liverpool, I will prefer somebody whom are more established. I mean, Steven Gerrard, he's coaching now at Rangers. So will he be ready to because you see, under Klopp, Liverpool win a lot of titles. So the Liverpool fans of now are not the same as the Liverpool fans of the past, where they waited 30 years. So they are tuned to winning titles already. So can they afford to wait and give Steven Gerrard the benefit of the doubt that he's a rookie, so-called rookie coach, So if I'm a Liverpool fan, I will not fancy him. But look at the trend of football right now, a lot of ex-player being a coach now, it might just happen. It might just
Thanks,
happen.
man, Alex. I mean, that's been said. I mean, guys, those watching it, I mean, chime in with the comments. Would you really want Stevie G as your manager? Or, I mean,
Yeah.
after 2024, who is actually available though? That's something
Oh.
to think about, it, man, Warren.
And also, just to again hop on to whatever actually Alex made mention of, right? Liverpool, they have now tasted blood. They will want more. They will want
Yes.
more. And I think the same could be said about Chelsea. Again, after 50 years of barren spell, they broke the duck. They didn't look
Yeah.
back. Mourinho rightly so put them on the map, and now that is the benchmark to win the league title. Whereas previous time, challenging is being deemed as a trophy. That's good enough. That's a good field day for many of the teams. But now that they have tasted success, they will never look back. So I want to hear from you guys as well. Stevie G, I know many of you guys are actually crying out loud for Stevie G. They feel that he is the most natural successor after Klopp. But let's hear it from the fans, Joe. See what
Yeah.
they have on the floor right now. But then we move on. All right, just we are running it slightly above our traditional time as usual. All right. But before that, we want to end this tablet session again on a bitter note. For this one, of course, hearts and prayers goes out to Serge Aurier and his family. Again, condolences from us. His brother got shot. Again, this I believe in the club in Toulouse, where he used to play. Again, really, really horrific incident. Noah, how is the fan or the Spurs fan base reacting to this news about Serge Aurier?
Think they actually felt very sad lah. I think felt bad for Oriel. I think there were a lot of like heartfelt messages for him, and then they said about like they hope that he's actually okay. But at the same time, I think these fans are the ones that they say that I think he's not going to be ready for this game against Newcastle. I don't think
Fair
he's
enough.
going to be ready mentally.
enough.
I don't think
Yep.
he's ready because
Fair
we really need to give him space. The space is needed for the personal space is needed for a player like him. Really, because
Okay. Fair
this
enough.
is quite a tragic news.
And Benjay, I just want you to close this, Benjay, for us.
Yeah,
Venom.
Again, something that you don't want to, again read on the news. This is completely primitive, man. We are in 2020, and such stuff they are still happening, and not only in football but on social media. I think one of this is Zaha, right? Woke up to this. I knew for sure that again an official police report has been made against this. Racism in football. It seems like the more we try, the more we are actually opening up doors for this kind of really really reckless people, especially on social media. How do we stop this? Or do we?
I think
Sorry, Benny. I understand you cannot completely eradicate, right?
Correct.
Those this kind of again heinous act, but the mitigation process, man. How do you do it, especially online, whereby it's almost borderless?
I think before I touch on that, I think we talked about this off air.
Mhm.
It's not the Black Lives That Matter. It's actually racism that matters most.
Yep.
So, they should not. If you focus too much on one race, you're losing the gist of what you should not be able to touch on, be it offline or online. Online now, a lot of this social media these days, Twitter and so forth, they are trying to indirectly or directly try to, give you memes and things like that. I think that's not on, definitely. And you should. We have to eradicate this fast or slow. We still have to do it somehow.
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah,
Kel.
go ahead.
Okay,
No,
Kel.
I think the simple thing is you don't put it in the papers. You don't keep publishing it, giving people
Yeah.
like that the news, the attention, right?
Give them- exactly.
He's a
Give them
12-year-old
more
kid,
attention.
right? And they might doing it as a dare or something. You just take it offline, get it sorted out with the police, get him out. He did a stupid post, didn't get any attention. You see, by giving them the attention, what they want to see, the kid feels like he's won. He's a 12-year-old kid. He doesn't know his head and his ass, basically, right? So he's just going to post things thinking it's funny. So I think when it comes to players as well, we live in a very social media era. I mean, Roy Keane said it before, where he's seen players run to their phones after a game to see what is being said about them instead of sitting in the dressing room and contemplating the game. So I think they have to just stop putting this in the media, stop putting this in papers. Players got to be smarter, take it to the police, keep it a private case, and that will slowly see it down because there's no attention paid to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I
Joe?
agree on that point. That it's more about education, especially for younger kids under 18. That one needs to be addressed rather than dismissed. or not destroyed, not dismissed, but put it onto the papers and.
And I completely agree with Kel, with the point of not giving them attention, because right now that young boy, that 12 years old boy, he must right now feel completely liberated. That his post, all right, again, that Kel hit it right on the head. It might be a dare for him to do so, and now that he's getting public attention, that's probably a victory feeling for him. Now he's gotten the attention of the nation talking about
to
him.
see the age of, the profile of the person, when obviously a 14-year-old at the time, or however young he is around the age, it's not.
Okay.
They like this.
All right, and Benjamin Lim, whoa, Joel Robert representing United. Oh, Benjamin, what do you expect, man? What do you expect?
What do you expect, my brother?
He can probably do the blue, man. Don't let this job slip at CBG. And then also they actually came on with the question that you actually posted, Joel, when it comes to what do they think about Gerrard. They actually said a couple of things. Said Azmil, if Gerrard comes, we'll back him. It's our job to back the players and managers who plays for us. I completely agree.
Agree.
And then now, all right. So the next one, all right, the last section. Promise we will not go anything further. All right, just give us another 10 minutes and we'll end this.
10-15
right,
minutes. Tops.
The preview and the previous score predictions. Okay, we'll start off. Where else, man? The biggest one. Not Arsenal, Liverpool. Arsenal and Liverpool is a dead rubber tie. Nobody's going to talk about that. All right, the FA Cup semis, of course. This is again to be played over on this weekend. So we've got a couple of new guys squaring up against each other. Let's start off with United, man. Joel, you are facing up his team. You can see the big flag representing Kel. You go first. Let's go with prediction first. Where do you go on this?
Let's just say I'll go with a 1-1 90 minutes, and it will stay on extra time 1-1. Penalties. I don't know who is it. Penalty. May the best team wins.
Right, Kel? Yourself?
Yeah, it's either going to be a 1-1 or a 1-0. It's going to be one of those not the most memorable games to watch and take part or to even view, but it's going to be that because the bigger things. It's sad to say the FA Cup has now been a drop down in priorities, right? So Champions League is then the money that comes with it. So I won't be surprised if it's almost 1 or 2 senior players in the team and the rest are youth here and there. So 1-1, 1-0, either or, yeah.
And before I move on to the Arsenal and also the City tie, right? In terms of significance, right, how significant is it for a Chelsea fan to celebrate the FA Cup, especially now it's under the tutelage of Frank Lampard?
To be honest, it's important because you got young English players in the team, and the FA Cup definitely means something more to the English boys than or even those who've seen the FA Cup in their own respective nations growing up. So that being said, maybe putting the likes of Mason Mount, Loftus-Cheek, these guys haven't played for a while. Don't be surprised if you see Batshuayi coming in for the game as well. But maybe that could give them a bit more of a drive that we might need to see past that United team. Yeah.
All right, lovely.
Yep,
and if there was any question, lingering doubts of Zul Zaba's allegiance, there you go. He's a City fan. All right, you guys can exchange number off air later on, Benji. All right, so would Arsenal not want to beat Liverpool so they would actually beat our Centurion record? And again, that's it, man. They got to win 3 straight. If they do on the bounce, they will beat the record. Right. So right now they are on 93. They do so for the 3 consecutive matches. They will be 1-0-2. Again, is there any significance to that? Benji, as a City fan?
It's just numbers, to be honest. I mean, it's good to get very records. So, I mean, you want it nicely. Liverpool hats off to you, but at the end of the day, it's just icing on the cake. So,
okay, cool.
Worry. Let's just put the icing on the cake. More to that. Writing said it, man. If you overturn the Premier League medal, it doesn't state the number of points you won. It's just the Premier League medal. That's it.
Right. So, yeah. Of course. And then, of course, now that we are on this semi-final agenda, the FA Cup, I'll let Alex go first. Alex, again, nobody will fancy us. But then again, the same narrative was actually given to us when we met them a couple of seasons ago when we won the FA Cup. Nobody gave us any glimmer of hope. But then we beat them, and then we beat Kel's team in the final, right? 2-1. Do you see, again, the same narrative could actually pan out for us?
No.
What? Come on lah, give a bit of hope lah.
The man's an honest man.
All right, Alexander, let me give you something else. Maybe something for you to cheer out a bit, all right? Arsenal has been performing not too bad. I think they have a good chance. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, All right, Benji. I'm not saying Man City is not too good. They are really really good. But Alexander, come on. Do you think that front four or front three stand a chance against that Man City's defense?
I will throw back the question that at you. Let's replace Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe with Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Kylian Mbappe.
Okay, wow.
With
So
the
radical.
same defense that
So
we have,
radical.
what do you think will be the score?
With the defense of Arsenal, is it?
Wait, is this being played on FIFA or on a green patch?
I wanted to ask that. I mean, is it played on FIFA or Winning
There's
11,
a chance,
Pro
there is a
Evolution, or on the pitch, bro? I mean, okay, answer to that. It's going to be crazy.
Mhm.
I think goals galore. But then again, I still
Goals
have
galore?
some faith in it.
Goals galore, but for every one goal we score, we'll concede 2.
Oh my goodness,
Alex, I got you in so that you can be my network of support, not to completely smash it to the ground.
No, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, and as a fan, I really hope I'll back my club. I'll support my club. I hope my club win. You know, I wish for a miracle. But as a neutral, you can really see the gulf in quality is way too huge. Really. Way too huge. Way too huge.
That's being said,
The
Alex.
day we do not fix our defense, we will continue to be where we are. We are not where we are. I mean, we are where we are for a reason. We are where we are for a reason. And if you ask me, I prefer ugly winning football.
Wow.
Perfect.
Okay.
I mean, Alex, you said it. That's pretty realistic. I respect you as a fan. Benji, I wanted to put the nail in the coffin, bro. I mean, is it gonna be goals galore? Are you guys gonna wipe them up, or do you think personally that it could be a big upset?
Don't forget, we just played Arsenal quite recently when this football restarted. It wasn't. We were all fresh then, you know. We can rotate our clubs now. We've got Champions League coming, things like that. So we'll have some fresh players, no doubt. But we talk. You can see Arsenal's team. I mean, not putting anything down on Arsenal.
Try not to laugh, Benji. Try not to laugh.
But no, to be fair, it wouldn't be a thrashing. I would say a good 2-3, 3-0, 3-1 score will be good. Will be a fair and decent score, and what I would expect.
Yeah, I think it will be a 3-1 as well.
Yeah.
And if I were to
It's
go
not
on
a thrashing though, so and I don't want it to be a thrashing too, because we still have Champions League coming up in about 3 weeks' time. So, and then Pep, as I mentioned also of Pep, we also want. Pep says that second place is actually more important than the FA Cup trophy. So that's something as importance too. So.
But could that be a mind game though, Benji? He's just actually
it is. I mean, of course, we want the three. We wanted the three trophies too. So that's something that we have to be mindful of, because that's what we are winning trophies for. But we also rejuvenate our squad. We have, even players who want to leave. Sané wants to leave too, but we still have him in the squad. So why not? What we have.
Alex, you were onto something?
And if I were to add on how I think the match will pan out,
okay,
I can even confidently tell you how it will go.
Okay, let's go.
Probably we'll score in the first half. We will lead 1-0.
Yes.
We'll hang on all the way until the 80th minute, and then in typical style, we crumble. We crumble.
Alex, I want to ask you this question. Do you think Ozil will play?
Sorry?
Do you think Ozil will play or not?
No. I think Ozil career is ended already.
It's gone. I think it's done and dusted.
I think it's not just Arteta's decision. I think the club is trying to force him out.
Yeah. It's a conspiracy. It's a complete conspiracy. Right. So Noah, right now, you got your biggest fan there, Camille Wembam. I know he's been wanting to hear you speak. All right, let's play. You gotta be Paul the predictor, Paul the octopus, not Paul Pogba, Paul the octopus. All right, let's go with your prediction, man. Who will be in the final for the FA Cup?
I think if I'm being realistic, I think
No, I
City
don't want you to be realistic. I want you to be dreamy about it, man.
Yeah, dreaming. It's like a dream FA Cup final.
I think it's City United though.
City United.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the odds are on United winning it. I think.
Uh-huh.
Why? Because I think Ole knows how to play against Lampard somehow.
Yeah.
Won
Yeah,
4 games
you're right.
against
You're right.
them. 3 games or 4 games.
3. The magic number for Chelsea this season, 3.
Hey Noah,
Yeah.
hey Noah. Would you be upset if it's a Chelsea Arsenal final and a London club wins a trophy?
Nah.
They've seen enough, Kel. They've seen enough.
This is dreams now. They're dreams now.
Cal, if it happened to be a Chelsea Arsenal final,
Uh-huh.
I'm quite confident that we stand a chance.
Yeah,
Wait,
I agree.
Alex, that's nice.
No, I agree. With our defense, both defense equally leaky. Their attack could be
No,
stronger,
okay.
and it could be.
I
Worry.
agree. We
I'm worried.
decided that, but the venue cannot be in Baku. If it's played in
Ah,
Baku,
come on.
no chance. No chance.
I'm worried.
4-1 again.
Worry, bro. I'm gonna throw a challenge to you, man, bro.
Sure,
I mean,
let's go,
usually we do things when we lose. This time, are you up for a challenge, my brother?
I am, as always.
If United win, I'll shave
Uh-huh.
my beard. If Arsenal win, you shave your mustache.
Dude, I can do it right now, man. It does not matter to me. I can do it right now. I can do it live. You can bear with me for another 10 more minutes. It does not take long.
No, shave live. It has to be live as well. It doesn't count.
Alright, and you know what? Oi, Noah, just be real. Noah, Camille, take it off air, man. Alright, and then Ozzy lazy lah. Camille looks like a catfish. She's for real. She's for real.
Are you for real, though?
No,
you
get
gotta
it
like
like this.
Nah.
This is live.
Come on, man.
This is live. Alright, on that note, alright, on that note.
Noah, who is? Worry. Wait. Let's just give Noah. Noah, I give you 1 minute. Just
Okay.
1 minute. You gotta tell this Camille. You gotta talk to her something. She wants to hear from you. I'll give you 1 minute. Go.
Noah, don't laugh, Noah.
Yeah,
Come on,
Compose
Noah.
yourself.
This is your chance.
yes, come on, man.
Come on.
You gotta defend your territory.
1 minute started 30 seconds ago. Hurry up.
That's such an army trick, Joel. Get off it. Are you gonna defend Camille or not? Camille, we invite
Noah,
Camille
get
to
your
the
deep
show one day, man.
voice.
Camille,
we'll
if
invite
you're
Camille.
hearing this, I think that's it. Drop Nova. Get on to the next one on the line.
No good friend.
That's it. He's off. He's off.
Nah, he's off. He's not defensive enough. Although he's a Spurs supporter, he's not defensive enough. All right. But then on that note, right, Joel, what a
Yep.
show, man.
What a show. Intense,
What-
juicy. Wow.
Absolutely. Wow. All the comment section, I've never seen them more active than this. All right. Our
Yep.
guests today, they should all wear a badge of honor. Best
Yep,
guest,
respect.
one of the best panel we have ever had. All right. And for
Intense.
those of you guys who are actually chiming in live for the first time, please do a big favor for us, Joel.
Like,
Subscribe.
share, and subscribe it, guys. Please. We need this.
Yep, and also like mentioned again, just want to echo the same sentiment as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Netflix Studio. And also, if you want to get more, all right, again, football infotainment, Snapshot Studio. That's our IG. You can just follow us through that platform as well, and also Facebook, Snapshot Studio. But this again, absolute bomb. All right, we got Benji. Benji, so much, man. Man City fan. I know you got
Thanks,
a
brother.
lot of heat today, but then again, man, you defended your flag well. Pep is supposed to actually WhatsApp you right now.
Yeah.
Great job,
Later,
Benji.
he WhatsApp me after the
He's
match.
gonna FaceTime you, brother. He's gonna FaceTime you and tell you thank you so much.
And Noah, as usual, again, Noah, in fact, fun fact, he was not supposed to feature today, but
Yep.
he was our super sub, right, Joe? Because we had another guy lined up
Yep.
for today, but unfortunately, he couldn't make it at the very last
Thank you
hour.
for making
Noah
time,
came
Noah.
in. Noah, you got a nice haircut, man. Speak to Camille after this, all right? Speak
Yeah,
to Camille after
please.
this. It's all well and good. It's well
He
and good
needs
with
you,
us.
man.
And then also to our Mr. Realist. Wow, now Alex, you are first becoming a star attraction for Snapshot Studio. They are calling you Alex the Realist. Is that your new name, Alex the Realist? Alex, it's been an absolute pleasure, man, to have you on board. Again, we hope to see more of you as well. And Kel the
Oh,
DJ.
beautiful, man. Ah,
Man, superb stuff, man. Superb stuff. Kel, I hope
thank
this is not the last that we will see of you. All right,
definitely
and
not.
all right, we love to have you on board again for Chelsea. And for those of you guys who are actually interested to see your piece, please, by all means, right, Joe? They can
Yep.
just DM us All right, do it that way. Even on Facebook, drop us a message. Just DM us. We would love to hear from you. At the end of the day,
Yes.
this platform is being created for fans like all of us. All right, none of us are football experts. We all read from the same news source. We all watch from the same old TV. All right, again, from me, this is Anwari and also Joel signing
Yes,
out.
Joel.
We shall see you again next Wednesday, same time, 9
Peace out,
p.m.
guys. Thank you.
Sign out.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
boy.